The parashah for this coming Shabbat is Acharei Mot, after the death of Aaron's sons. This Shabbat is also Shabbat HaGadol, the Shabbat immediately preceding Pesach, with a special haftarah for Malachi. The name HaGadol comes from Malachi, where he refers to Yom HaGadol, an awesome day. Lo, I will send the prophet Eliyahu to you before the coming of the awesome, fearful day of the Lord. It is a common custom at the Seder to fill a cup with wine and leave it on the table for Eliyahu. This custom is not expressed in the Talmud or in the Shulchan Aruch. The earliest known source is from the 15th century. This custom is probably related to our hope, apparent in this week's haftarah, that Eliyahu will announce the coming of the Mashiach. An appropriate time to do so is on Pesach night, the night of redemption. Here are some Haggadot illustrations of this event. This manuscript is one of the earliest illustrations, if not the earliest, known to show Eliyahu coming to the Passover Seder. A man in blue, with his arms outstretched, seems to be welcoming a crowned figure garbed in red, blowing a shofar and riding upon an ass. This is Eliyahu and the Mashiach combined in one person. This manuscript, called the Washington Haggadah, is owned by the Library of Congress. It shows Eliyahu arriving on an ass with his wife and 3 children, probably expecting a full meal. But the Seder meal is over, and the host at the open door only has a glass of wine to offer. The smiling ass seems to be amused. The Mantua printed Haggadah shows the door strangely closed. The ass turns away. Was the Mashiach not welcome? Eliyahu with a shofar follows behind the Mashiach on foot. In this Haggadah, Eliyahu is on an ass, presumably weighted down. Eliyahu is overloaded with issues to solve before the Mashiach can arrive. In this Haggadah, Eliyahu precedes the Mashiach riding on an ass, and the destination is Yerushalayim. The same is true with this Venice Haggadah. Eliyahu precedes the Mashiach, blowing his shofar, and the destination is Yerushalayim. More modern illustrations of Eliyahu also show significant differences in interpretation. This Art Scroll Haggadah shows 3 children wistfully awaiting the arrival of Eliyahu. Here, Eliyahu does show up, but without the Mashiach. Instead, he offers airline tickets to Israel. Here we have Eliyahu waving to the open door in his fiery chariot, which is based on a verse in the 2nd book of Kings. A fiery chariot with fiery horses suddenly appeared, and Eliyahu went up to heaven in a whirlwind. A final example is an illustration based on the last verse in this haftarah. He, Eliyahu, shall reconcile parents with children and children with parents. Thank you for your interest, and Shabbat Shalom.